Hi, I'm Latoya Tillett with the SNL team of Prudential California Realty, Moreno Valley, here today with Charlotte King of Lawyers Title. Today we're going to be talking about vesting and different ways that you can hold title to a property. So Charlotte, what is this vesting thing? It's just confusing me. What do you do?
You know, it can be confusing if you're not aware of the different ways that you can take a title or vested interest in your title. For instance, the most common way to take title for a husband and wife is joint tenancy. That's right of survivorship. Okay. That means that if one of the two, husband or wife, the spouses, was deceased, then upon just recording a affidavit of death and the death certificate, then their interest automatically goes to the other spouse. So that's very easy to do. Okay. If they were to take it, say for instance, as a community property, and one of them was to be deceased, then their portion of the property would go to their heirs and devotees. In other words, if there's a probate or if there's something in that's how that would be divided up. Upon going through a probate within the courts. Okay. There is also tenants in common, which two people, if you and I were to buy property together as investors, and we wanted our, something happened to us, we wanted our interest to go to our heirs and devotees again. Since we're not related, we would take it as tenants in common.
Now with the tenants in common, is that just always 50-50, or can you have more than two people on a property?
You can have as many people as you want. I've seen it as much as 30 people on there. So you're divided as an undivided 1/30th of an interest. Okay. It doesn't happen often because it's very, very confusing. And it's actually what we call a title insurance searcher's nightmare, because we have to run every single one of those people to make sure that they don't have any liens or judgments against them that would attach to the property. Oh, okay. So again, the most common way, if you're husband or wife, is to take it joint tenants, or some people will prefer to take it husband and wife as community property with right of survivorship, which is kind of the same thing. As you're aware, if someone owns a property and lives in it for 2 years and they sell it, then there's no tax consequences as far as with the IRS. You don't have to pay your capital gains if you've lived in there for 2 years or more. Oh, okay. So that makes a difference. But again, it is depending on how you take title. We have some from days past that the husband and wife just took it as their names, husband and wife, with no interest on there. So that can create a problem. Wow. You need to either decide if you're going to take it as community property or as joint tenants with right of survivorship, because that can cause a problem and can be a probate issue if you don't have the clarity of that on the actual document.
Oh, okay, great. Well, thank you so much for clearing that up for me, Charlotte, and
You're
hopefully
so
this helps you all out there. Thank you again. I'm Latoya with the SNL team of Prudential California Realty, Moreno Valley, signing off. Hope to see you again soon.